York City, welcome back to the channel. It's a girl very more, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today guys, I'm super excited. I'm going to be reacting to somebody new, and this is from Spill Today, and we have Morgan Freeman bashes The View's plan to ridicule him on live TV. The View. This show should be banned, honestly, because all the videos I've been seeing on The View, all the videos I've been seeing about The View, none of it is actually good. Anyways, this is my first time checking this out, and I want to check it out with you guys. But before we get started, we have some amazing people watching us for the first time. If you are new to the channel, hello, I'm Vera. I do reaction videos. If it's something that you love, why not join Vera City? Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that's guys, let's go.
I had a question, but we run out of time. Listen, this is extraordinary, this documentary.
Oh, yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Making all the documentaries.
If there is one celebrity who has not conformed to Hollywood evil agenda, it is allegedly Morgan Freeman. And recently he did not shy away calling out The View for their plan to ridicule him on a live TV. Wow. So what exactly is going on? Morgan Freeman came on The View to talk about his new Netflix series, but shockingly, the A-list celebrity only had the interview for 6 minutes. Wow. During the conversation, Sunny Hostin suggested she wanted to talk about Freeman's 761st Tank Battalion documentary.
I want to ask you about a different documentary.
Go ahead.
As some politicians around the country try to erase Black history, you're making sure people don't forget vital parts of our past, including this documentary.
This suggestion by Hostin allegedly shocked the show's producers in the back, and we're going to start to get a little bit worried about what Morgan Freeman could possibly say. Well, Morgan began by correcting Hostin's statement concerning the documentary.
161st Tank Battalion, the original Black Panthers, about the first Black battalion to fight in World War II.
First Black Armored Battalion.
Yes.
Mood to speak his mind, so we need to be careful here with this subject. Last thing we need is this guy saying things that we don't agree with. You see, The View is known for presenting a distinct ideological viewpoint to its audience, aiming for not only engagement, but also agreement. The last thing the producers wanted was for Freeman to voice opinions contrary to their own, disrupting the established harmony of their messaging. The particular concern arose from the fact that Freeman, as a Black American, had the potential to challenge the show's stance, particularly on matters related to Black history. In this scenario, having a Black American voice dissenting views posed a unique challenge for The View. The fear was that if Freeman were to elaborate on his perspective, he might unveil uncomfortable truths that contradicted the prevailing narrative. The producers were keenly aware that Freeman, given his stature and past statements, had the ability to share insights that the show might prefer to keep under wraps. In any case, Morgan Freeman does not ride the woke train when it comes to this topic, Black History Month. In a candid interview about race relations in the U.S., Freeman told the UK's Sunday Times that Black History Month is an insult. Black history is American history. They're completely intertwined, Freeman argued. You're going to relegate my history to a month? The Oscar award-winning actor went on to say he doesn't like being called African American because the label is inaccurate. I don't subscribe to that title, Freeman said. Black people have had different titles all the way back to the N-word, and I do not know how these things get such a grip, but everyone uses African American. He continued, what does it really mean? Most Black people in this part of the world are mongrels, and you say Africa as if it's a country when it's a continent, like Europe. He compared the term to others like Irish American or Italian American, which denote a country of origin. Freeman said he instead prefers the term Black. He said he agreed with actor Denzel Washington's iconic quote about being very proud to be Black, but Black is not all I am. I'm in total agreement, Freeman concurred. You can't define me that way. This is not the first time Freeman has voiced upset about the term African American. In 2012, he told The Guardian he preferred Black as a classification because Black is beautiful. 1 syllable versus 7. In the Sunday Times interview, Freeman also briefly opened up about his iconic film career, which began amid the American Civil Rights Movement. He said he owes his success to courage, luck, and a changing political and social landscape in the U.S. Freeman claimed there were little to no Black actors in movies during his youth until Sidney Poitier, the first black actor to win an Academy Award, began to pave the way. This perspective likely prompted backstage producers to signal to Whoopi Goldberg to conclude the interview swiftly. The concern lay in the potential fallout from the audience, as the viewership of The View might interpret such candidness as a departure from the show's established narrative. The fear was that those tuning in might perceive a breach in the presumed wokeness, realizing that they had been misled. In essence, Morgan Freeman's unfiltered remarks were seen as a moment of unvarnished honesty, a revelation of undeniable truths that resonated with a segment of the audience. In any case, the actor also talked about his Netflix docuseries Life on Our Planet. Morgan Freeman looked The View co-hosts dead in the eye and told them the apocalypse is coming. I am one of those people who's very interested in this subject, life on the planet. You understand that today, life on the planet is in a little bit of trouble. And we're the cause of it, he said, referencing climate change. There have been, if I remember correctly, 6 extinction-level events on the planet since life began. Not human life. We're talking just life gone, destroyed. We're headed for another one. Scientists have said if we don't hurry up and change our ways, there's going to be a cataclysmic event that will wipe many of us off the face of the earth.
Wow.
Freeman followed his remarks with a message of hope, however, for one entity's survival amid humanity's suspected doom. How far back does life exist on this planet? And why does it still exist? He asked. It's because life is tenacious. Life, we're not talking about human beings here. We're talking about the planet. She'll stay. A clearly disturbed Behar observed that the planet will be tenacious if we leave it alone and enact change to curb the climate crisis. The human interruption of all of that is causing all of the problems.
Sorry. I said it earlier. I said that show needs to be banned. Before even I saw this video, before I started watching this video with you guys, I said The View, it needs to be banned, it needs to be shut down. I don't know why that show is still on, even till now. They need to ban it, for real. Because look at how they are insulting such a great man on live TV. Oh my gosh. Like, that show needs to be shut down. This is not the first time, this is not the second time, this is not the third time they would continue with this their misinformation and such biased behaviors. It's just crazy, for real. Let's go on.
She said, I hope it's not too late. This discussion was cut short when Whoopi was signaled by the show producers to end the show.
I had a question, but we run out of time. Listen, this is extraordinary, this document.
While it appeared that Morgan was all right with ending his time on The View earlier than perhaps expected, longtime viewers didn't agree. What's more, they proceeded to bombard the show online to voice how they shouldn't have allowed the segment to end so abruptly. One fan commented, they have all the time in the world to let Joy ramble on with her hate-filled diatribes, but not enough time to let a great upstanding man like Morgan Freeman speak. A second fan added, y'all need to invite this legend back ASAP. 6 minutes is not nearly long enough. He deserves at least half an episode. Whilst a third fan added,
exactly, because they saw that he was making so much sense and they had to cut, they had to cut it off. Can you see reasons now? Are you seeing reasons with me? And they gave him 6 minutes. Whereas if those ones were blabbing, they can blab on for hours. But somebody that is so reasonable and speaking something that is really beneficial to everybody, speaking something that would actually benefit us, you cut him short because you don't agree with him. Come on, The View. You guys can do better. Let's go on.
what the F is going on with this show? They have one of the most talented and iconic actors of our time, and they only give him a 5-minute segment and cut him off after 5 minutes. Yet they have plenty of segments with Kardashians or some other Z-list reality star that nobody cares about, and they give them segments that are 10, 15 minutes long. In any case, 1 year ago, The View also endured its own mini-apocalyptic event of its own when protesters crashed Senator Ted Cruz's live interview on the show to criticize its parent network ABC's coverage of the environment.
Inflation in the United States has one cause and one cause only, and that is when the federal government spends too much money.
We do cover climate here, guys, conservative panelist Alyssa Farah Griffin said after a group of people stood up in the audience to shout at Cruz and the co-hosts. Whoopi then interjected the protesters, saying,
Ladies, excuse us. Let us do our job. Let us do our job. We hear what you have to say, but you gotta go.
Now, many people believe that the show cut Morgan Freeman short because they did not want a repeat of this incident. However, some allege that there is a more sinister reason for cutting short the interview. Apparently, the View producers were afraid of Morgan opening up a discussion that is contrary to the agenda being pushed by Hollywood elites. In fact, these elites are allegedly so threatened by Freeman that they have allegedly tried to frame him. You see, in the intricate tapestry of Hollywood, Morgan Freeman, the iconic actor whose career has spanned decades, found himself entangled in a web of controversies that some fervent fans believed was a deliberate attempt by the industry to frame him. For context, an attorney for the man who allegedly emmed Morgan Freeman's step-granddaughter, Edina Hines, reportedly claimed in court that Hines told her suspected carer she and Freeman had an inappropriate relationship, an accusation both Freeman and Hines had previously vehemently dismissed. In a statement in 2012, Freeman said, according to TMZ, the recent reports of any pending marriage or romantic relationship of me to anyone are defamatory fabrications from the tabloid media designed to sell papers. What is even more alarming is that these fabrications are now being picked up by the legitimate press as well. The late Hines concurred in her own statement per TMZ. These stories about me and my grandfather are not only untrue, they are also hurtful to me and my family, she said. The man charged with unaliving Hines was identified as Lamar Davenport. The suspect was charged with second-degree M after authorities say he stabbed Hines more than a dozen times outside their Washington Heights apartment on August 16, 2015. She was found lying in the street outside her home at 3 a.m. and was taken to a local hospital where she was pronounced dead. Hines' grandmother is Freeman's first wife, and Hines' mother was Freeman's stepdaughter until he adopted her. She attended a graduate acting program at New York University from 2008 to 2011, and which premiered in 2017. While prosecutors argued the unaliving was intentional, Davenport's defense claimed both he and Hines were high at the time, and that Davenport was in a drug-induced psychosis and not responsible for his actions. Anyway, in addition to this, Freeman has also been previously accused of SA. During the Me Too movement that rocked Hollywood in 2017 and 2018, in which inappropriate and criminal behaviors of powerful men were rooted out and made public, 2 women accused Freeman of unprofessional behavior of a physical nature. According to CNN, a production assistant who worked on Freeman's movie, Going in Style, in 2015, alleged that the actor touched and rubbed her and commented on her body and attire almost daily and repeatedly tried to lift her skirt. Allegedly, the behavior reportedly stopped only when co-star Alan Arkin told Freeman to quit it. CNN also reported that a member of the production staff of the 2012 film, Now You See Me, alleged SA of herself and a female assistant. But it turned out all these were set up to tarnish his name. Still, he apologized to, quote-unquote, anyone who felt uncomfortable or disrespected. Additionally, according to ABC 7 New York, Freeman responded to the allegations with a 10-page letter issued by his lawyer demanding a retraction and apology from CNN, calling the news outlets reporting a product of malicious intent, falsehoods, sleight of hand, an absence of V, and journalistic malpractice. Product of malicious intent, falsehoods, sleight of hand, an absence of editorial control, and journalistic malpractice. A day later, he told ABC News that the report devastated him, adding that it is not right to equate horrific incidents of SA with misplaced compliments or humor. A year and a half after Freeman feuded with CNN, the cable network hired him to narrate a video for parent company Warner Media's investor presentation, a move that some considered was the network's attempt to appease the actor. So clearly, CNN did agree to the wrongdoing, but publicly refused to admit it. Why, you ask? Probably because the network is allegedly owned by an elite. In any case, the industry's apparent efforts to silence Morgan Freeman from expressing his opinions on these injustices serve as evidence supporting the existence of a concealed agenda they are purportedly attempting to promote. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks.
Morgan Freeman, why would they frame him? Why would they go to that extent? Why? I feel like Morgan Freeman is a great man, and all these assaults and harassments they're accusing him of, they're just trying to frame him because he is such a great man, he's a good man, I know the world does not like good. The world loves evil because the world itself is evil. Because he's a good man and he tells the truth, he's always against injustice and they want to pull him down. I love the fact that Freeman is so smart. He's an elderly man where he has the brains. His brains are still functioning very, very well, even more than some of us. Truth be told, honestly, they don't deserve him on The View, and I think he should never ever go to that show again. Because look at them, look at what they did. They cut him short, they didn't allow him speak, they only gave him 6 minutes. But if it was other people that don't have anything productive to say, they would allow them to keep ranting on and on. That is really crazy. That is really crazy. Just because he's saying facts, he's speaking the truth, then you don't want him to talk. It doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, The View, I would always keep saying this, that show needs to be banned. It needs to be shut down. I don't know what they are doing there. They're always giving misinformation. Their arguments are always biased. It is just crazy. I love Morgan Freeman, and I believe that The View should be off the air. And I love his movies. He's one of my favorite actors, yeah. I love the fact that he's a very wise gentleman. But it's just so sad that these people, they keep dragging him here and there. I think Freeman once said that if you want to stop racism, stop talking about it. And I think I buy that idea. Guys, what do you think about this video? Share your thoughts in the comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. I really enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, give it a huge thumbs up and please share this video. If you're new to the channel, join VRCT. Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. And that's, guys, see you in my next video. Bye bye.